Okay, and we are live. Welcome, traders. What's up? First, I should get a fun account. What's up, everyone? I hope that you guys are having a great day so far and week. We are bouncing a little bit on NQ of previous days' lows right now, which is a pretty interesting level that we are watching, 29,500 basically. Yeah, we are picking up a little bit of momentum. What's up, guys? Zinc will be live with us in the next bit. But yeah, I've given you my pre-market breakdown. I definitely think that we are at very, very strong levels, and shorts have been getting eaten up at these levels. Let's bring there we go. What's up, Zinc?
Hey, what's going on? Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, it was just a very interesting price action we've been seeing. It's pretty choppy lately. NQ obviously slid away quite hectically yesterday. How did you go yesterday?
I was actually outside fixing my lawnmower again. It broke on Monday or Tuesday, but I was looking. Did you see any news yesterday for why we V-shaped the way that we did, or is it just because we barely missed the outside bar, or not the outside bar? Sorry, the opening week range.
Yes, correct. Opening week range, well, for extended market hours is 29,300 basically.
Yep.
So yeah, that's just an interesting price level that I was watching. Do you want to give your thoughts on anything else that you are watching? I know you've had some stock plays and you've been trading a little bit of some personal trading accounts too. So that's obviously quite interesting to speak about as well, right?
Yeah, let me get a thumbnail up here real quick.
Yeah, I there's actually only year to date, there's only a 14% chance that we actually breach this level here, Zinc.
Yeah, we should have. I do still think there was news associated with that bounce we had yesterday.
Yeah, yes, that I agree. Yes, I think Trump might have tweeted something or something like that. I think what level do you have the music on?
I'm 14.
On, yeah. 14.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. The Saffron needs subtitles. No. The guys understand me, yeah. Perfect. But yeah, morning. What's up, Mark? Good morning from Smoky, New Jersey. Damn Canadians. But yeah, as I said, year to date, there's only that 14% chance that we go and take out those lows, which I was showing here on that opening week range report, which is pretty interesting, I must say.
Yeah, it was a level that I was actually looking for yesterday to go and hit in the afternoon because we got 75% of the way there. I was looking for shorts to continue to that level.
Sure.
It's kind of like watching the bounce. Yeah, it's kind of like watching the IV and then looking for it to actually reverse.
Correct.
And
yeah,
low quality level.
But yeah, I mean, we are, even ES has been bouncing here. Look at this. We are at the weekly VWAP on ES as well. So at this like 580 level, we've been showing quite strong support, to that zone.
I do think we'll probably hit it right. SPY won't hit it. SPY shouldn't go and hit the opening week range low, but sure. QQQ, we did technically take it out pre-market. I don't count pre-market, but gap down 0.81%. We should have a continuation down to go and hit that gap.
Yep.
You have that smoke in Maine? We did. We've had a yellow tint for like 3-4 days now. A nasty yellow.
What is it? What, just smoke? Just being smoky?
Oh, California's not California. Canada's on fire right now. So the smoke drifts down to the New England states, mostly Maine too, because we're in the west of that, or east, just the way the wind blows over Canada.
Zinc was busy. The reason why Zinc was a bit late today was busy closing his cupboards.
No, they're not closed. I was actually like 3-4 a.m. this morning.
And getting you subtitles up for me, right, Zinc? They say I need subtitles. These guys.
You need subtitles. We had a skunk this morning at like 4 a.m. So I've had a long morning.
Yep.
Long morning. I'll extend the stream a little, like 10 minutes today.
No. We could. I normally actually start at 15 past and then go live at 15 past and start talking at 20 past on my days.
James got 3 sub blue skies for the first time yesterday. We have still a little bit of yellow. Still a little yellow tint right now. Data-wise for today, so gap fill by size, we do technically have the inside bar, but the caveat with this is the inside bar low, which should go and hit, lines up with a double break on the opening week range, which, as you just mentioned, James, only a 14% chance.
Yeah, 14. Yeah, exactly.
For
and that's year to date, though, right? I was just to make sure.
Yeah, 6 months isn't too much different.
Yeah, 6 months year to date. It was actually still 14%.
So we should go and take out that low, which also correlates over to having a double break, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen one in quite some time. I think I'm not too, like, off the top of my head. I don't know. Is that?
I think we had one like 2 weeks
ago.
There we
go. Broke both. We had one last week. Broke both opening week high and low. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. But then it was like at least a month since the previous one, you know?
Yep. Yeah, they don't have very often. They do. What the stretch of trading we've been in, Andre was joking about this yesterday with me as well.
Sure.
We've hit the lowest stat for like every report we typically look at, which either means that the reports have been streaking so much that they've been overdue a loss, which is reverting them back to the mean, or this is just a market. I think it's more so lining up with a market pivot, because when the market does stuff like this, last time I remember this happening was in February. We typically have a pretty mean reversal off of that. So we shall see. I think it's gonna, for today, I think we're gonna go and take the inside bar low. If we somehow
but on NQ specifically, right? Because look at YM. I know you don't look at it, but
yeah, YM and SPY, they're not.
YM looks flipping bullish, bro. Look at sorry, Zink, if I can just take the stream. Like, look at that, bro. That looks like it just wants to go up to previous day's highs. You know?
Yeah, it does. YM actually didn't break the opening week range yesterday either.
Oh, he has the open. Sorry, yeah.
YM was still within the opening week range.
Wow, we shoving higher on S&P and Nasdaq right now.
Yeah, maybe we don't want to go and take that low. SPY has.
Yep.
It's perfectly in the middle of previous day's range for the inside bar.
Sure.
Change of regime. Yeah, I was late this morning. I apologize. That damn skunk. That push up. I saw gold was taking a beating pre-market too.
Yes, it was. It was down almost back down to 4K, bro.
That's a pretty nice V-shape back up, but yeah, that is a beating right there.
Oh yeah. What's it sitting at now? 4?
It's down to probably almost 4,000, right?
Wow. Yeah, I got it at 4,007. Yeah. 4,007.
So it should actually have a pretty strong pivot off of this. Another day with the last 5 ES gap downs filtered by day. We almost went up and filled that. Yeah, it's quite a ways to go for this gap fill, 754.76. That one I did look at yesterday for Edgeful AI. SPY and Qs, we have a pretty long duration of these gaps getting filled.
Yeah.
So if you want to go gap fill by size, or if you want to look at we are pushing hard right now.
Zing, just want to show someone we are shoving higher. Just want to show someone. I just want to show the viewers the opening week range. So if you want to go back and especially what Zink likes using the RB, I like using the previous day's range report and the opening candle continuation. If you've been watching the streams, those are my favorite too. And Zink's obviously the RB master with Mr. Dan Cook. But if you go back and you look under the bottom here, okay, this opening week range, you can go back on any report and actually see like what actually happened the last couple of days. Obviously, this is a weekly report, so the opening week range. But you can see last week it broke both the opening week high and low. And then you can see the range size wasn't as big. It was 0.97%. So maybe that's not unusual that it broke both determining on that, because you could probably sub-report by size as well. I'm sure as well on this. But anyway, look on these bigger weeks, 2.29%. The Monday and Tuesday's high and low was 2.29% high to low. Broke opening week high. Really, very rarely only breaks one side then. So this is actually a very, very interesting report. This is one of my favorite reports after Tuesdays obviously happens. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I love using this report later in the week. I think it's the most significant one that we have in terms of giving direction.
Sure. Yes. Especially like if it takes at the high, you would ideally like to get long on pullbacks, because you know
exactly.
that 14% that, or vice versa for the lows, obviously.
Usually it's a pretty good draw when we have like the inside bar stat today. Say we hadn't broken it yesterday.
Sure.
It's an additional draw to look for when you have inside bar lining up, and then you're targeting up to or down to that opening week range, high or low. When NQ breaks the IB low and goes to take the IB high, then retraces to 50% of the IB, how do you position yourself? This happens often during London session. London session is a tricky one because you are almost guaranteed a double break. So if we go and look at MNQ for the double breaks for in London, because you have so many sessions following it, it's a 68% stat that you double break it. I don't trade London, so there's not really a way for me to go about trading or kind of telling you how to go and trade London.
Yeah, well, you fast asleep.
Yeah, I am. Or actually, in this case, I was wide awake this morning. So for these events, London's an exception, but you can go into IB by retracement, and that one tells you the likelihood that you have a continuation or a reversal. Comes that low.
Yeah, there comes the low. Yes, 300, right? Another 100 points lower we'll need.
So that was a pivot. I'm looking on my phone right now. That was what was our high? 532, 110 point pivot, 120 point pivot now.
Yeah, markets, they've picked up. Remember, they've been a little bit up. Still prefer this type of movement over like the random tweet nonsense, bro.
Well, don't worry. We'll still get one today.
Yeah, probably.
We'll still get one today. Trump usually takes his bathroom break around 10:30.
Yeah. Mr. Zink, when RB break, okay, yeah, you explained that. Yeah, I got what's that up, Adam? Just a reminder that wherever you are following, make sure you are liking, subscribing. We really do appreciate the support. Zink and I trade together on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and I'm on Mondays and Fridays, as well as I'm not on Tuesday. I'm live every single day except Tuesday. Zink's live every single day except Monday and Friday. There we go. There we go. Got it.
There's our previous day's low right there. We are 40 cents off on Q, so about 20 points.
Yep.
And that should mean that SPY will go down and take its previous day's low. We'll see. If not, I'd be very surprised.
How's your week been, by the way, Zink? I know you said you were trading some personal cash accounts.
It's actually been going pretty well. I did get hit a little bit by that reversal yesterday. I tried a gold trade in the afternoon, and then I got smacked with that V shape back up. Yeah, but everything else, I've been trading really well on my personal account. Very, very well on it. How about yourself? How's your week been going?
I'm down on the week so far, but I closed a Tesla swing position long that I closed for a loss for about 7K. So obviously that will do a little bit of damage.
From Monday? The inside bar one.
No, bro. I opened this like at the bad price. I opened this like 2 weeks ago, and I only closed it now. I've been sitting it for quite some time. So I put every single one of my accounts, like personal, everything I get in TradeZella. So obviously when I could be up on the day trading for the day, but I could be down because I closed a swing position or vice versa, you know.
Yeah.
No, I opened that. And Tesla's actually melting, so thankfully I closed it on whenever. I entered like at 4. I entered on the 6th of July at 4:16, and I ended up closing like at like 400. So not a great trade.
So we have to get down to what's our low what's our previous day's low on MNQ? Let's see.
MNQ's previous day's lows is we've already 401.
Okay.
Call it 400. Yeah, 397.
Looks like we're just hitting it right now. There's previous day's low right there. Swept through it by 5 points.
Yep.
Nice.
She's looking.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying the personal funded account.
But yeah, with no rules, and you can take daily withdrawals if you like. Yeah.
So Webull allows you to have. That's what I've been using. They have some of the lowest rates that I've seen. This isn't me trying to advertise for them. I get no benefit to this. So everyone knows. Use my code when signing up for Webull. Just kidding. Webull has 5% intraday margin, and they have 50% overnight margin, which it's not bad for the overnight. It does kind of stink when I'm trying to trade Asian IB and I can only trade one MNQ on one account, which I would usually take 4 or 5.
Yeah.
The reason I'm taking that much is because I can't copy trade. Also, QQQ did not take the low quite yet. MNQ did. QQQ just now did. There we go.
Well, we're starting to slide now on the NASDAQ.
Yeah. That would have been a really nice short up at high day. We targeted down to previous day's low.
Sure.
Only on Qs, because that was 95% of the way to that previous day's low. Anyway, back to Webull futures. They've been doing really well for the margin requirement. It's the lowest that I think I've seen on the market for most firms I've tried going to. I have tried AMP. I got a lot of questions about that yesterday. AMP allows you to have multiple accounts open so you can copy trade.
Nice.
I'm fine with doing it just on the one account. I've done so with the overnight move that we had. I'm at 1.7K so far today.
Oh, nice.
And
Jeez.
I did 1.3 yesterday. So I'm on a 5-day green streak. I shorted gold overnight.
Ah, nice. Yeah,
that's I had 3 MGC short. And the part that I've liked about it the most as well is that some of the trades I've been going in, they have a decent amount of drawdown associated with them, but with prop firms, I haven't been able to leave the trade open with that drawdown.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
So on Webull, if I go in with 3 MGC, my liquidation is what I've been using for the drawdown. So I set like a $400, $500 stop loss on it. But with prop firms, if I do that, that's half my daily drawdown or half my loss limit for the day. Which dollar-wise, it's a little bit different. Percentage-wise, I would be risking like 120 on a trade like that on props and then just copy trade over 5. But for the point of using it on one account as opposed to 5, I've been going in with a little bit more on the contract sizing. It's been working really well though. But I'm trying to figure out how do I balance trading on props and trading on the individual.
It is a bit of a tricky one. I do agree with you. Like I do both, but I try and like just copy trade in groups, you know.
Because I don't want to get a third party trade copier.
Why not?
We got a double break on the opening week range, by the way.
You just don't want to like to stuff up, basically. Is that your reason?
Yeah, I trust in them, but I've seen so many horror stories where they've not worked, and then there's nothing that the company does for you. There's no refund on blown accounts or accounts that hit DLLs.
Sure.
Not saying it happens very often at all, but it usually happens like on a day like Friday. I saw quite a few people get hit on the slippage.
Yeah, no.
Trade copier there.
Geez, yeah, no.
So freak event, obviously, with that, but still something that I want to avoid.
if possible. For sure. Jeez, we're down now 331 on NQ, bro.
Yeah, we're making a bearish. Let me actually let me bring this off screen real quick because I can connect Weevil. Pull up the QQQ chart again. I can connect Weevil to TradingView. I'll just trade on that instead of doing it on my phone. Weevil pay. Weevil, there we go.
Wow.
I've been waiting to do this for a while.
Yeah, NQ's melting, bro. 340.
Yeah, we are.
I wouldn't be surprised to see ES now come back down and touch previous day's lows as well, which is at 572 on ES, right?
Yep. Save. That is me. That was really easy to get connected. Nice. Password. Forgot Weeble's like a 4-step authentication. Sweet.
Four-step identification.
Yep.
Bro, that previous week's range is coming on NQ, bro.
Okay.
The opening week range, sorry. Opening week range.
SPY's not even close to it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to read with that. I do have to start taking some money out of here.
SPY's far from it, bro. There we go. Yeah, almost 303. There we go, Zinc. 303 is coming. We are 317 right now. It's hitting it, bro.
That's another 100 points past the previous day's low.
What's on the opening week range? What is how far is SPY is still? I was looking at that actually on my pre-market prep. We still are 50 points from it. Correct? It's down at from extended market hours 530.
Yeah, we're not even close to previous. Well, I mean, we are close to previous day's low. 12 points though is still quite a bit for SPY, and then the opening week range low is another 40 points away.
Sure.
I think it's $1 a point on SPY, so $4.50 away, 45 points. Are you going to be trading the single stock futures at all?
I'm already doing it with my CFDs, bro. So it's not really a big thing for me. You know, the CFD guys, we already had it. But yeah, I've been I've just told you I closed that loss on Tesla. That was a leverage position with CFDs. Yes.
Yep. Do you think that CFDs are going to take a hit by CME Group adding that in now?
I don't believe so, bro. I think that's most people, if they're trading CFDs, they're not really trading stocks per se, you know?
Yeah.
By the way, there we go. There's 303. There's opening week range on NQ. Just got tagged. Literally to the tick.
The extended session one.
Yes, extended session one. So let me make that clear.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is a remarkable downside right now.
It is. But yeah, so it's like Zinc, I actually been liking trading the CFDs in this because obviously got some futures accounts that I've been trading, but with this contract sizing, it's been quite tough. Like you were even like, I can't trade really today because the stop loss is going to have to be 200 points on NQ, whereas I can, I can be like, okay, well, I like NQ shorts. Let me go with my 300 points stop loss if I would really like to,
Yeah. For QQQ now, we just need to retrace them back up. I'm still only going to be looking to take the 50% for today. We need to retrace all the way back up to 29.4. Yeah,
we still have not touched previous day's lows from the extended market hours and even the regular market hours on ES though. Let's actually put the regular market hours on and see what it actually looks like. On the 15-minute time frame, it looks so weird, dude. Wow. Electronic, extended electronic. They both got an E, right? Long on queues with that reclaim. Okay, nice. I don't like that long. Personally, I must say, I think it's a tougher trade. But
yeah, I skipped over that one. I don't see any buying pressure in this right now.
yeah,
My biggest struggle with trading, we are still going right now. We just faded through 29.3.
I think I've taken a short on ES. I'm going to be targeting previous day's lows. So 572. I'm literally just looking for like 4 or 5 points on ES.
I like it.
So I was in at as we broke the opening range line, 579 on ES. As we broke opening range low.
We are dumping right now.
Yep, 273 on NQ. I'm literally looking for just previous day's lows. Let me show you what I mean by that. So literally opening range low break. We break the opening range low to the downside there. Let's go to the 5 minute. And I'm literally just looking for the lows back down to that.
I like it.
The downside.
QQQ still getting faded right now too.
Yeah. Let's have a look back at. So I've got. I'm up 2.2, almost 3 points. I need about another 5 or 6 points back down to the lows. Wow, NQ dumped 270. Wow, look at that bar, bro. Pinned to the. Look at NQ pin the New York the daily view app as well. Zinc, look at that. Pin the daily view app, and then we down 260 points off of it.
Wow. What do you think about the view up being that steep to the downside?
Yeah, that just shows exactly what you're saying. That just shows pretty strong sellers in play there.
Good job, Joey. Just did a funded trade for 3,500, fresh 50K.
Hey, well done.
Nice,
Joey. Well done, dude.
Previous day's value area low.
Look at that. Zinc, like literally almost to the tick on NQ.
Yeah. On
that New York session daily view app. But I'm just looking for 570, 571.50 on ES. And I've got my stop loss above some level. So I'm just literally looking for it to tag those lows. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. It should go and take it with the fact that we've already taken the low.
Yeah. If we come back up, I don't have too much risk personally on this trade. So as long as we hold underneath 90, I would still be in the position, right?
Yep.
590 on ES. Yeah, good stuff, Joey. It's good to see you on here. What's wrong with me? Yeah, I'm very choppy at the moment. I think just having that one position has been helping me quite a bit, bro. Like no adding, just having the one position. Been helping a lot.
Revolving RR is
but also it makes it too complicated and for me because I'm like, oh well, now I need to manage this position. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do that on the swing trades because it's a lot more slow, obviously. But on the day trades, to think within like minutes sometimes is just too much. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Swing trades, I always do my swing trades like at the end of the day before US market close. So it's easy because you can take a long time to like, oh, okay, let me move my stop up here. Let me take off some. You have like an hour to do so, but not on the day trading side, you know?
Yep. I'm tempted to take a short right here, back to the lows. Be like a 50-point trade. I just don't know where to put the stop loss on it. Yeah.
NQ. Yeah.
Not sure where I would put the stop. It's only been 22 minutes. We don't have any significant data today like we did the last few days.
Besides Trump's tweets.
Yes, exactly. Thursday, we have business sales, pending home sales, and home builder confidence index at 10. So in 8 minutes, we have 3 somewhat significant data reports, but this is a pretty harsh reversal right now. I like the idea of a short on NQ, but the strength of this backup could be.
Yeah, my ES is back at New York session view up. I'm going to hold this for now. I've got my stop at opening range high. That's where I went with my stop.
Nice.
So if it comes back up and tags me, I mean, that would be a crazy bounce. But I like where it is right now. Maybe could have got a better price, but literally just looking to take that to previous days lows. So not looking for too much.
Nice. The other thing that I've been really enjoying with these personal futures as well is like today, 1,700 profit so far. I will, after today, I'll go and move the funds over to a different account. That's what I used all my profit from last week to max out my Roth.
Yeah.
And then that prevents me from over trading or blowing the account or using. I've been peaked out at 10 micros right now with 9K in the account. And after yesterday's profit and today's profit, that will be like 35 to 40 micros that I could trade intraday.
Nice.
Which I don't want to touch, because if I do revenge trade, that would blow the account surely, or I'd lose like 5K in a matter of a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't. So this wouldn't be an IB trade. This would more so be a trade associated with just looking for a continuation down because of how strong the directional move is right now. What I was going to say is my biggest downfall with trading recently has been trying to inverse the direction that we're going. So being in disbelief that we're continuing down or disbelief that we're continuing up. This momentum to the downside will continue longer than you could imagine. So actually the stats for it's 80% of the time price will continue going in the direction that it's moving in. Only 20% of the time it reverses. So this would have been 332, I think would have been my ideal entry. And TP would have been the current IV low, which is just about to hit right there.
There you go. I'm almost back at my
50 points.
break-even pricing.
Nice.
Yeah, it's still rejecting that New York session view up very nicely.
I like a short on MGC as well right now too.
Sure.
Back down to the low because MGC is gold's getting killed right now. Could always long it below 4,000. I know that works for quite a few people as well. Tempting. It's very tempting. His target on ES is previous day's low.
Previous day's lows, yes, sir. Previous day's lows, which is at 79. Sorry, 71. 71. My apologies.
You know what? For today, because it happened so quickly, we haven't. This will be another no break day on the 5-minute orb. Another no double break, sorry. Single break, which happens not very often. Unless the 10 o'clock data we get in the next 4 minutes is very significant to the upside, I think that we're probably going to continue melting for the rest of the day. Yeah.
And again, I've just got the one position on. I've got $1,000 of risk copy traded amongst 2 accounts. So 2 of my funded accounts. It's nothing. I remember that it seems like a lot, but remember I got 10 grand of drawdowns and I'm actually in profit on some of the accounts. So I might have 14 grand of drawdowns. So I'm not really risking that much.
Yep.
Not risking the whole account.
I already had my profit target on the top 1 futures for today. That's why I pulled up the.
Oh, nice. You got those what's the name of those accounts again?
Ignite accounts. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been a bear to trade.
I
had a DLL last week on them, so it set me back 3 days. The 15% consistency is kind of rough.
Yeah, it's a bit tight. I guess that's why they're like $130 or something.
Yeah, exactly. They're very cheap, but it's with room for error. It's probably, for most people, 12 trading days to get a payout on them, if not more.
Yeah. Give me a second, Zinc.
Pretty decent reversal back up as well. Again. So we're trying to find some strength off this low. Overall, still struggling with the directional bias to the downside. We also just double broke the opening week range on gold. So everything but SPY has double broke so far.
Whoops.
And maybe that's going to hold SPY up from going lower. We'll see.
Still at that New York session view app, Zinc. I'm just going to be patient here right now.
Yep.
I got my stop all the way up at 604. So, again, like if it comes up there, I'm fine. I'll just cut it probably before that. Spain versus Argentina. Wow, what a game between England and Argentina, by the way, last night. But yeah, that was some crazy stuff. But James, what do you think?
Most don't like him.
Yeah, I definitely think that. Argentina should just go back to back, right?
Script is already given for him.
Yeah, the script is in. The script is in.
Amazing game. Well, that's why you can't park the bus for the last 80 minutes of the game.
Yeah, jeez.
SPY is well over the midpoint now. That's our 10 a.m. data right there, James.
It's a 10:06 wiggle, boss. It's a 10:06 wiggle.
10:06? 10.
Ah, well, 10 wiggle, 10 a.m. wiggle.
I would be tempted to go short still, but...
Yeah. Again, I've got my stop all the way up at 604. To have to double break the opening range, which would be a pretty gnarly double break. So, again, for now... I'm just letting it be at the moment.
What's the margin requirement? I think I saved a lucky few guys. I have a screenshot saved already. Teammate Alex was actually asking me about this yesterday. So these are all the top assets on Weevil, and these are the margin requirements that they have for anyone that is interested. And then once you make profit, you can go on to your Weevil profile, and there's a little blue box next to cash. You can transfer that immediately into another account or withdraw it from the account same day.
Can you trade options and everything on that Weevil account?
Yep, I have my margin account open with Weevil. I have my margin account. I have my cash account, which I just take two separate trades on both of those, and I have my Roth IRA as well, and then futures.
Oh, you can have your Roth on there as well. Interesting.
Yep, you can have up to 5 Roths on Weevil, which seems a little confusing because I thought you could only max contribute to 1 Roth per year.
Yeah, 7K or something. Yeah.
So I don't know what the additional contribution would be, but whatever. Get rid of that now. I've been trading about 5 lots of M and Q. So last Friday, when I took that big slip on that Trump candle we had, I had put 2,000 into my futures. I've been trading 5 M and Q with that. So I have 2,000. You only need 1,000 to trade 5 MQ. And then that leaves enough room for me to have some drawdown on the trade before it gets forced liquidated.
Yeah.
I've traded a little bit of MGC. Ultimately, 2K to 12,700 in the past 5 trading days. 10,700 profit in the past 5 trading days on that account off 2K. And I've taken 7,500 out.
Just to just have a look at it, I think ES's first 30 minutes has been bearish. Obviously, NQ has as well, and then YM2. So all 3 indexes are painting shorts compared to yesterday, where it was only NQ and then ES and YM were actually painting longs.
I don't know if you caught that. I was asking because Dan always covers this. Dan always says this about the VWAP.
Yes.
The VWAP was so high right there. Were you looking for a retracement back to it? I don't use VWAP, but that's typically what Dan does with.
Yeah, no, nice. Yeah,
trades.
I could see that 100%.
Their UI is pretty good.
Go ahead, still underneath the daily VWAP. Still underneath that daily VWAP. NQ's bounced back above 400. I still potentially would like the shorts. Every single Mag 7 stock is red except Apple right now.
I missed this comment, but someone with a stunned face. New York opened 22 minutes ago. And we're down that much. I'm very tempted to take a short, but I'm fighting the urge. Fighting the urge to wait until the IB's finalized. Living the grumpy life. Good morning. When NQ breaks, I read that one.
Yep. Dan usually refers to the New York fair, but yeah, you're quite right. He does.
Yeah, even for New York VWAP, we just did it. I don't have it on the screen, but I know for a fact we just did it. I just have to figure out how to get it on there.
Correct. Yeah. We just are at that at the moment. If we slash to this daily VWAP, I'll cut early.
Where the heck is that anchored VWAP?
On the left hand side.
Yeah, I'm looking through all of them. There we go. Anchored VWAP.
There you go.
Oh, never mind. We went through it with the news.
Yes. We threw New York session VWAP, but we still well under daily on NQ as well. This could be something where
almost making a new IB high. This is, I mentioned this yesterday. We've had, including yesterday, I don't know why I went to the 24-hour there. So today I would count as one. Would you count this as a V shape?
Yes, at the moment we could say that. Maybe not on NQ, but on ES right now is starting to V bottom at the moment, and also bouncing off. Yeah, I'm gonna cut.
I think it is. It's a 200-point reversal off the lows. Yeah, I would say it's a V shape.
Yeah, on NQ.
We've had.
It would maybe have to get above. I'll cut my NQ trade, by the way. I'm gonna save myself about $400 of stop loss on that.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've had 8 consecutive days with a V shape.
Yeah.
The last one that we didn't have was Monday, July 6th, which we did this is looking at SPY, by the way, which is a little less volatile. If I go and look at Qs, it should be a little more severe. Yesterday was a pretty big one. Yesterday we V-shaped 420 points. So far today, this is 200 points back to the upside. Our low was 259.
And on ES, it's quite big as well. But I think still, just to close to speak about this trade as well, closing for a loss. I think I'm still trading in that first 30 minutes direction as well. So I'm trading with data. I'm not taking the full loss on it, and I'm cutting my loss when I think that I'm wrong. So
nice.
Yeah, you're not going to win every single one of your trades, that's for sure. We'd like to.
The best loser wins.
Yeah.
Well, have you been enjoying personals more? Prop firms are good for ROI, definitely. I've been struggling on prop firms. I have no idea why. The DLLs with the wicks that we've been having. Like, I got seriously screwed on Friday last week on Tradeify because of the DLL, and then it slipped me out at the bottom of the candle. On a personal account, there's no consistency targets. I think the biggest benefit is realizing that this is my own money. So I'm not going to do anything stupid with the money.
Sure.
Like, I'm up a significant amount today because I got pretty lucky with the gold short that I had overnight. Just the fact that it dumped as much as it did from Asia Open, and then the additional dump this morning. I sold the trade at 9, so it was 3 micro gold contracts. I made 1,400 on it.
Dude, NQ's ripping right now.
Yeah, it's gonna go and take a new high. SPY just took a new high on the IB, or about to. SPY really didn't want that inside bar low, I suppose.
No. Yeah, NQ got it.
Crazy reversal back up. I'm going to be looking at reports regarding, so after the stream today, I'm going to go dig in quite a bit to Edgeful AI to see why we might be V-shaping so much.
Sure.
It's obviously the volatility in the market right now, no doubt, but with the overall experience, it's been very difficult to catch a single continuous move.
Yeah, like I actually thought my trade to the downside was pretty nice, but I'll stay focused, take the loss right now, and then I'll probably see if I can find a winner later on. Maybe we take the highs and I look to get a move back up on NQ potentially, because NQ is just ripping at the moment, bro. Dude, NQ is going to break opening range high.
SPY just did.
Oh my word, dude, 490.
Not really much we can do about this. I think that's also in part due to the news. Double break on ES about to win again. Well, I'm stunned right now. We are about to go and double break the 5-minute orb. What do you think about this right now, James?
Let's have a look.
A 1-to-1.
Actually, on NQ, yes, I actually was. I was actually looking at something like that right now, but I'll let you know if I do take anything. But it looks like it wants to go, but
I try it too. A 1-to-1. The reason I'm going to be looking for that orb high, SPY just took a new high on the IV, but we also have that 5-minute orb stat where we have a 70% stat to go and double break.
Sure.
Excuse me. I might try it. I want to give it enough drawdown though. Let's see. It'd be 1-to-1 for really wherever I go and get it. Where's New York VWAP gone now?
Yeah, we're well above that at the moment.
Yeah, it would have to come back down a little bit. It's tempting. It's very tempting. I think that we do go and take a new IB high, regardless of whether we take a new IB high before 10:30 or not. We do have the IB rejection closing zones as well. So looking at a close in the upper quadrant, this is if we do not go and take a new low, by the way, or a new high. If we close right where we are right now, which is between 75 and 100%, go to 2 years worth of data because there's not really enough on the 6-month time frame. We have a 90% and 80% stat. So with the high forming first, we have a 90% stat that price is going to take the IB high, even though the high formed first.
Dude, this double break on the opening range has been working quite a bit. Double break, on the opening range, the 15-minute opening range.
Yeah, even the 5-minute one too.
Yeah.
They've both been doing really well. It's getting a little too big of a risk reward now for me to take this with how skeptical of a trade it would be, or how speculative of a trade it would be. I'll just wait for the IB. I cannot believe we just took a new high on SPY. This would be a 70-point trade, so a $300 risk reward, 2 micros. Got to de-risk quite a bit on it as well. Go somewhere to there. It's tempting. Why not look for it on the stronger pair with ES? I would argue these are equally as strong right now. ES, yes, in the fact that it just took a new high, but if you're looking at price alone, the pivot that we've had on Qs is a lot stronger than the one that we're looking at on SPY right now. SPY is a less volatile asset anyway, but they're both doing the same exact thing.
I think I took a small long position there with you as well. Just what I lost, the amount I lost on the first trade, just to take that 1-to-1. Yeah, I was in at 478.50, give or take.
Nice. I'll try it.
I'm just targeting. We're just going for opening range high, so that's all we're going for. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm looking for.
So my TP will be the high. I'm gonna do 1-to-1 on it. 2 limit, and then sell 2 stop. Probably got in a little bit later than I should. Drag to add stop loss. Oh, I didn't know there's a drag feature on there now. That's cool. I agree. I think that we should go and take a new high. I'm risking about $100 on this. Not very. Is it $100? It's 50 points on 2 micros. $200. Sorry. I'm using the profit that I have already today. If it loses, I blame James.
Yeah, no, just blame me. Don't worry.
Took it with him. It's all exactly. His fault. It's James' trade. If it wins, it's my trade, though. Bit early, no, lads. This isn't on the IB. This is looking for a new IB high to set. I'm risking some of my profit on the day. So if I lose in this trade, I'm up 1,500. If I win, I'm up 1,900. I can go and also take a IB trade. I'm basing it off of the 5-minute double break on the orb. We have 15 minutes until the IB set. The IB is bullish right now on SPY, and it is currently bearish on Qs, yes. But if we close over, even if we close over the midpoint, it signifies that we should go up to the IB high. So if we change this from the 75% to the midpoint and look at 2 years worth of data, we're still favored very slightly. It's very close to a 50-50, I know, but closing over the midpoint drastically changes our entry criteria. Last night, especially, so on QQQ for last night's Globex session, we closed over the midpoint on Globex and Asia, so there was no trade for just Globex, sorry, not both. So if I go to the 6 o'clock range, 6 to 7 range, we had the high form first, low form second. However, just before we finalized the IB, we closed over the midpoint. Ooh, nice.
There you go. We just need 520.
Oh, don't 530 on that. Reject that.
Looks good. I think also the first hour is going to close bullish now if we close above here as well. So that opening candle continuation. Yeah, that is crazy because the first 30 minutes is bearish. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all pretty aggressive to the upside right now.
I'm full porting. If it's wrong, it's on James. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. If it's right, it's on Zinc.
Yeah.
Anyway, we close. So for last night's Globex IB, closing over the midpoint. We go and look at the data for that. I'll pull up MNQ for last night's Globex. Closing over the midpoint. We had a 70% stat that price would continue up to the high, which we did. drag it out to the right. We very nearly took the low, but then Asia open hit, went took the high. I did take shorts for Asia. So here's our Asia trade, Asia IB. This one was a perfect 25% rejection. I got a little antsy. I entered at the 25% last night. I know I said I was going to take all the entries at 50, but 4 days with no trade on the IB was getting to me. So I took that shorts down to IB low as a 5-minute trade, which is really nice. But closing over the midpoint, regardless of the size of the IB, regardless of what you're looking at for direction, that drastically skews the data. So if the low form first and we close under the midpoint, 59.09% stat that we go and take the low, even though the low form first. So you really need price to close under the midpoint, 25 to 49% or 0 to 25%, and then you can take it to the correct direction.
Yes, is actually now taking, yeah, I just took the opening range high as well.
That damn rejection at 29.5. That got us.
Yeah, I've got my stop loss quite low here personally, but we'll see.
I'm setting 1-to-1 on it, so I'm not risking too much. Daily VWAP. Let me just bounce off that.
Yeah.
I hate skunks with my entire. I'm so stuffy this morning because of it. Woken up at 3 a.m. just from the smell of it, and it was outside digging through the chicken coop, and then it sprayed.
Skunked.
Got skunked.
Got skunked. Yeah,
I did. I got skunked. It's taking a while. This, if we stay in this long enough, this might end up being the IB trade.
It might be because you get the retracement too. Then, yeah.
Yeah. The double break I'm looking for is off the 5-minute orb. It's not off of the IB. So the 5-minute orb, we have a 68.29% stat, basically 70%, that with the 5-minute open, price breaks that range to both directions. So we already broke to the downside. SPY already validated this report. We broke the low on the 5-minute orb. We just broke the high at 10.10. Guess I should have secured the 90, James.
Yeah, and the 90. Yeah, went up to 500 almost. But yeah, this is.
I did hit.
ES is actually looking pretty. ES is looking very bullish, I must say, above 600 level.
They're both looking very bullish. Bias bullish for QQQ and SPY. It's technically diverged right now. We are bearish on QQQ, bullish on SPY, but I'm anticipating that we close over the midpoint and honestly over 75% of the IB.
Sure.
We have 7 minutes left on it. This is a speculative trade for me. I am just risking the profit that I had in the day, not starting the day new with this. This wouldn't be the first trade that I'd want to take on the day anyway. But of course, it's going to snap down right. I bet you it hits my stop loss and reverses immediately back up.
No. This is holding above the New York session view up. We're going up to the high, opening range high.
I agree. I don't think I have enough juice on it. Stop loss got hit. You son of a gun.
Oh, geez. Yeah. You got a tighter stop than me. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I should have. So I risked 200 on that. 200 on the dot. That's the equivalent of a $40 trade for me.
Yeah, you had obviously a way tighter stop right than me.
Yeah, I didn't want to risk very much on it.
Yeah. The futures contract.
This is what I get for print running, though. This is a 100-point reversal now, 29.5. James owns Zinc 150.
Uh-huh.
200. I hesitated on it too. I should have gotten my entry when it wicked down while I was talking about it in the first place, because that would have been my trade right there. And then I may have secured it up 50 points with 2 micros. That stinks.
Yeah, now it's bouncing, Zinc. Look at it, back in 440.
I told you that was what's going to happen. If IBO and ES is bullish and closes outside of orb high, it's, I don't know what, WSL. A white Van Dog stuff, one thing. Even if it closes right here on the IB, it's still going to go to the upside based on data, or it should. SPY just bounced perfectly off the 25. A wide ass stop loss. WSL.
This is my wide stop loss that helps. I think this looks good to continue high as long as we hold above this New York session open VWAP. I think. Well, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I agree. I think it's going up.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, you called it, dude.
Now it looks fine, but the rejection of 29.5 hurt a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, we literally rejected right of 403 again, like 400 level. Now this looks good. The 1 minute time frame's printing pretty nicely above that New York session open VWAP right now. We literally pinned it actually almost to the tick there.
SPY's about to go and take a new high. That was a mean wick back down on Qs.
Yep.
Very mean.
Tough one, Zinc.
We just about hit New York VWAP there too.
Yeah.
Zinc is so good he calls his own L's.
What?
Someone said that in chat. So good he called my own L's.
Because
I called it was going to happen.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
It is what it is. I hesitated on the initial entry. I would have been up probably 200 at that wick high, and then I may have been able to secure it there. SPY is a lot stronger right now, though. It's much stronger.
Yeah, sure.
And with the diverged IBs, if SPY goes and takes the high, we can take the long again on Qs. With Edgeful AI diverged IBs, we have a 17% stat that they both go and play out correctly. So if SPY goes and takes the high, that means that 83% of the time QQQ should also go and take the high for a day like this. How do you get rid of skunks? After they spray, there's not really much you can do, but you live trap them and then just release them somewhere else. Drive to a heavily wooded area. So they won't spray on themselves, but if they already sprayed, then they will spray again. Luckily, I didn't get hit, but the ducks did. I don't know why it went after the ducks, but it did. Poor things. Here comes another reversal, James.
Yeah, I'm just sorry, I was just answering an email there, but yes, we are still bouncing from here, Zinc. So I'm still holding it. We can see over here. Here is my entry. I don't know if it obviously moves that high, but that's where I have my stop loss underneath the opening range low. But it still looks good, yeah. So yeah, it definitely is doing that, as you mentioned, that V bottom. Look at ES now. ES back at 607. NQ looks like it just wants to
new high on ES.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm tempted to take it again. I'm itching. The Edgeful AI tool was where I got that stat. Where you get the stats that NQ should also take the high. For the initial bounce on NQ and ES, when NQ is indicating a break of the high should occur, while ES is indicating a break of the low should occur, or vice versa. Or are the stats for the initial bounce playing out correctly for both assets? So these are diverged IBs. The stats we have are 17% that they both play out correctly. So total divergence days, 5.6% of all days. This was measured to May. So if I go and I can re-update this, I think the stats should be about the same. This is so disappointing. This is sad. Stop that right now. I might take it again.
Yeah, just looking at stocks as well. A lot of stocks getting green. Yeah, Nvidia's bouncing.
Why don't you hold for a long in the IB extension levels? Well, Nico, funny enough, I do. So I have been holding. That's why I've been making a significant amount more on my personals. Now I'm trying to find the sweet spot with holding it versus closing it immediately. Like yesterday, we had an almost immediate reversal back into the IB on SPY after we took it. Qs went and hit the 0.2. SPY bounced pretty aggressively back into the range. See right here, we went all the way back up to 35% of the IB before we made an extension down. So it's a negative risk reward trade, but I've been trying to hold it because for days like this, if we have a breakout day, we have an 83% stat that price continues.
Dude, Tesla and Nvidia are both bouncing extremely hard right
Tesla's
now.
green on the day.
Yeah.
I might take it again.
I'm in profit now.
Tempted.
And I didn't do any adding or anything fancy with that thing. I'm just like, listen, there's my stop. I'm just gonna see if I can catch this bounce,
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try it. There's my TP stop loss. I don't want to risk 300. That kind of stinks. Put my stop loss at that previous low.
Nice. Yeah, it's looking pretty bullish at the moment, I must say. Like, just needs to get above that daily view app. I think that would be nice. We have the first hour that closed, and interesting enough, NQ closed as a bullish first hour. So now we can go to the Edgeful screener. Let's see how this has potentially changed. So we actually have on my screener, we have a little bit of a mixed bias after the first hour. But NQ did close as bullish. As you can see, the first hour closed green, as did ES. YM was the only one that actually closed red, Zinc.
Here comes the IB high on SPY.
Nice.
Off by 10 cents right now. 9 cents. 13, 10. Big call wall at 49.40. 29.40. 29.490. What am I saying?
Big wall at 490.
Actually, yeah, close. I'll wait for SPY to break first, and then I'll enter wherever Q's is. So I'll cut that one was negative 50. I'm gonna wait for SPY to break, and I'll take it on Q's. Don't want to break any of my rules additionally. Let's see if MGC should also go and take the high with this reversal we're having right now. We have to wait for either MNQ to play out or MES to play out. We don't know which one it's going to be. It's looking more likely that we're going to go and take it on MNQ and MES. MES is 19 cents up, 10 cents again. So as soon as that breaks, I'm going to go in long with NQ and then 1-to-1. There's the high taken. Okay. Now we can go in long. DP. And then let's put this at 1-to-1. I don't know why it's doing that.
We look still bullish, I think.
Yes. That Verge needs to play out now as well.
Oh, my son, he got stuck between the couch and that on his bicycle.
I'll be back in a sec. Time for a Trump tweet. Don't say that.
Let me take over here. So I'm still in this long on NQ. And it does look, yes, is just made a new high. So NQ looks good. If we can get above 500, as someone mentioned, that 490 has been quite a strong level of support. But if we can get above that 500 level, I'll really like it. But YM holding up as well. We got NVIDIA moving off of its lows too. So we're looking pretty bullish now on, I mean, NVIDIA looks very, very bullish. We are bouncing off of that level now too. At the weekly VWAP, we're above the weekly VWAP on NVIDIA. So this does look like we want to turn. NVIDIA actually looks like a good long, back up to highs like that. Something like that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go back to some of the, let's go to the Edgeful screener as well. But yeah, we did close as a bullish first hour on NQ, so that opening candle continuation, we flipped actually from red to green. Maybe I was a little bit, I just wanted that previous, I was up like 3 points on ES and then just flipped pretty hard. But NQ, year to date, if the first hour is green, 74% of the days we close above that open price. That's the play that I'm looking at right now. And we look really good here, even on the 5-minute time frame. We're holding above New York session. VWAP, let's go to the lower time frames. Lower time frames look good as well. So I'm really liking this at the minute. So just hoping we can get an extension back up to like that opening range high. Okay, so that's the play that we're in right now. Go 479. Yeah, we're still looking good. Anyone in any trade? Do I have any thoughts or questions on Edgeful data, anything like that? Any thoughts, questions, concerns? Double break means the RB forming after Dan Cook. I'm long RB on Emic. Nice, Dan. Yes, sir.
Hey, Dan, we're in the same position.
Yeah, we are, and it's I'm back in profit. But Dan, you got to speak to your RB friend. Yeah, he says if we lose, it's my fault, but if we win, it's his fault.
I'll be break even for New York by the time if this plays out, hopefully. Diverge IB stats, yes. So we can actually also go and put a extension. I'm going to steal the screen back real quick. We can go put an extension on this if we wanted to. It's going to don't reject off 29.5 again, please.
No.
So if this breaks the high, we can slap for a breakout day. For Thursdays, we have a 90% stat to go to both 0.2 and 0.4. Don't reject off 29.5 again, please. So 0.2 on the IB and 0.4. We could put our sell limit all the way up to there. I'll put it at 0.2 for today. We'll do 1 to 2. Jeez. Stevie doesn't really work on here, does it? Sell to limit. I'll put it at the extension level. Rejected off 29.5 again. And 87% Edgeful. That's annoying. Don't do that. We should also, so we have the IB breaking and we have the 5-minute orb stat lining up with it for today. Double break on the 5-minute orb. 2 confluences to go up.
Jeez, that's an ugly pin there, bro. Huh.
Yeah, that's the 29.5 rejection again.
That's a lot of guys getting these double breaks on.
Oh, don't do that. Bounce back up from here. Don't take the stop loss again.
Jeez, you trading? You guys with the futures have to trade with such a tight stop, dude.
Yeah, because if I put it, this is risking 217 right here with just 2 micros. So if I put it down at like even the 50 is 340.
That's wild, dude.
If I put it at the 75, which is really where I want to put it, even with 1 MNQ, it would be too much.
Wow.
But if I had done it with the original trade, then I'd risk the same as getting double stopped on these two.
Sure.
That stupid 29.5. That was only a 30-second wick up through 29.5 as well. That's very frustrating. See if it bounces off upper band right now. Bummer, lower low than 1031. Yep. Hasn't quite hit it yet. Hopefully it just barely misses it. But not looking ideal for me right now. Not waiting around for gap fill. Still a nice W.
Nice. Yeah.
29.5 gonna ruin this. It's gonna have several rejections off it most likely.
It looks like it wants to hold up here. I mean, we're still above the New York session view app right now, I think. So for me, I've got my stop loss pretty way down. So
yeah, I might have mine a little too tight again. We'll see. It's a pretty big range today with the V-shape back up. SPY is still stronger as well. Look at this bounce on it back up off of opening week range high, actually. Why is the market so difficult to trade lately? What changed? The volatility. Right now we're at the mercy of what Trump wants to tweet throughout the morning and the day. Well, but on the same note, you can't go into the day not wanting to take a trade because you're worried that Trump's going to say something, because then you're never going to find yourself in a trade. You're always going to be on the sidelines. That's a nice recovery. I like that. I've been having a really difficult past probably 4 weeks. Prop firms especially I've been struggling on, but trading in general. This past week I've been doing really well. I'll probably end my day. If this loses, I'll end my day here. So I'll be up 1,200 on the day. If I win, I'll be back up to 1,700 or 1,800.
Nice. Yeah, but just that's just personal cash, yeah?
Yep, 100% profit split.
Yeah. Nice.
No commission taken from the firm. There we go. I like that. The higher low.
I've actually just taken this on some of my futures accounts as well, so we'll see if I can operate on that.
Nice.
100% profit split. Yeah. That's hilarious.
It is. 100%. What other trades do I take? The Globex IB, I didn't take last night. I took Asia IB, and then I took a short continuation on gold overnight. That one was more of a speculative trade than data. It would actually scratch that. I did look at the data for gold. So if you go to MGC, we had a bearish break on last night's Asia IB. So the reason that I took a short was going over to the data on IB by rejection for MGC. And we go to Asia. The stats for a double break on that is only 24%. So 75% of the time that we break in one direction, it will not go and break the other side. That's discounting the 5% no break stat as well. So I took shorts on the retracement back up into the IB after it broke, because there's only it's a 75% stat that price does not go back up to the high. So my risk on that trade last night was 11 points, $330. And then I did leave it open all night, and it ended up hitting, when I woke up this morning, I hit 1,000 profit on that. And then Asia last night was pretty good. But this was probably one of my favorite trades for the day on gold. This was 3 MGC as well. So those are the stats that you need to be familiar with. I mean, this is how I go about reading IB stats, or for M&Q overnight. If I see that the Asia IB has broken to the downside, which we did last night, it's very, very unlikely that price swings back up and goes and takes the high. So if we go to, I'll pull it up on a different chart so I don't have to see those P&Ls fluctuate. Last night, our Asia IB broke to the downside. It was bearish. Until midnight, we only have, which this one I didn't trade. Luckily, I didn't, because it did end up going double breaking. Actually, just barely missed. Midnight, we didn't quite get up there. Asia IB high was 765. We hit 754. There's only a 10% stat that price double breaks. So if you wanted to play a continuation, or if you wanted to look at the levels and say it's very unlikely that price goes up to this IB high because we broke the low, and that would be a double break. That only happens 10% of the time. And then you can change it to whatever other session you want. London, you can look at the same thing. London would be the opposing side of that. So if you see that we take the short during London, we have a 67% stat that price double breaks. You can take a long or reverse position to go long for the rest of the London session. And that works pretty well. So those are all the variations on how I read the IB stats, or go about reading the IB stats. Having the numbers work for you. Gosh, this is taking forever. You can't trade personal. I tilt too much. Weevil has a cutoff on how much you can transfer in one day. And then that cutoff also coincides with the margin requirement. So if the max that I could lose today on this account is 5,000, 4,000, half the account. And I wouldn't be able to transfer any more in, which 4,000, that's still a lot of money. Not discounting that, but I'm saying it's a good risk parameter that they have in place. that I'm not going to lose or blow up that bad. Yeah, I'm long right now, uncomfortably long. I don't like the chop that we're having up and down right now.
Yeah, this is very choppy, Zinc. Very, very choppy.
I think last time I took the diverged IB trade, we were in it for about 35 minutes, which is well over the average trade duration I have. My stop loss is 422, which isn't too far off of getting hit. It's 1-to-1 on the, well, it was 1-to-1 on the trade. I moved the stop loss, the TP up, sorry, not stop loss. TP was originally at IB high, but I'm going to try playing it for the extension level at 0.2. So just about a 100-point trade, 108 points to the upside. That's what I'm looking for. Why don't you trade FDMO or CFDs in general? I already have so much that I trade. There's no reason for me to go and take positions on other things.
CFD. There's no reason for you to trade CFDs if you trade futures in the States, I guess.
Like I get the reason I haven't been trading as much on props right now is because I've been doing so well in my personal. But on the same note, even when I do trade on prop firms, if I go past 3 prop firms open, I usually start doing worse than if I had just had the 2 open. It's very hard to stretch 3 because I don't copy trade them all at once. I don't use a third-party trade copier. So I just don't want to bog myself down with how many positions I have open. And then on top one Ignite, for instance, that one you have to copy trade 2 different lots. Twice I've left a TP or a stop loss open on those accounts. So I had one set hit DLL completely on accident because I left a stop loss open. It wasn't an actual trade that I left open. I hit TP. Both accounts were up 310, 340. And I come back the next morning and one of the accounts is DLL'd at negative 1,000. And that's just mental mistakes that pile up from having too many accounts open. This is very frustrating right now.
Dude, what the hell?
I got hit again. All right, I'll be done there. I'm up 1,200 for the day. Still.
Nice.
Overnight. We should go for IB high, but
yeah, my stop loss is well down. It would have to break the opening range low for me to get tagged out. So we'll see what happens.
It's that stupid 29.5 level. Or I should have listened to myself for this week and just put the entry at IB 50. This is the volatility that's been eating me up for the past month on prop firms.
Yeah, with the tight drawdowns and that, right?
Like the ones that I've been getting hit the most on, trailing intraday accounts with my funded futures. I was up 1,700 at the start of the session, so I lost 500 during New York on my personal. That goes with 500 in drawdown on a trailing intraday drawdown account.
Yeah, I mean
that goes against you.
I mean that will eat you up very, very quickly.
Yes. There's not really anything you can do about that.
Nope.
You got chopped up. This is 100-point wicks on the 5-minute time frame. 29,509 back down to 29,389.
Just bought ES.
Yeah, no kidding. ES didn't really wouldn't have offered anything. Maybe I could have gotten 9 points on it at most. That's it.
Yeah. As I said, my stop loss is back down at 300, so 303, 305. I don't have to make a new low for me to get stopped out. So, yeah, we'll just see what happens. Yeah, still looks pretty bullish, you know?
Yep. I don't even know why I had view up on there. I don't use it.
I think.
Still very content with the profit. Just disappointed with how this ended up proceeding.
Yeah, that wick also up back up to highs was, well, that was pretty ugly. What retracement we had now for the RBs, I think, from 50.
We haven't broken it yet on NQ.
Yeah.
We're at IB 50 right now, which is also opening week range low, but with that, just looking at the TA based on this with the pivot back down, SPY has not gone down at all, but Q's is eating it right now. Not very good. We did end up getting a bounce on MGC at 4,000 as well. It's good to take another 30 minutes for us to get a continuation up or down on that. 12 points. Doesn't seem like much, but I'm down 2 on IB. How I feel. It made 2 approaches to the IB high and just couldn't get through 29.5, which is frustrating.
Yeah.
Psych level. It's okay. No, don't get me wrong. I still very much like prop firms. I love trading on them, but the trading on the personal for the past week and now seeing like how the volatility eats at people. Friday really pissed me off with prop firms. That's what I'm starting with. That's why I transitioned money into my own futures account. I'm going to go and review it real quick from Friday. So last week on Tradeify, I had a long position open with, it was either 3 or 4 MNQ. I don't remember the exact size. I was 10 points off of hitting TP on the IB. This 360 point candle to the downside based on Trump's tweet, that slip, I don't know how many people may have been trading during that time frame, but it was a 1 minute candle. It froze and then reopened probably 15, 20 seconds after it froze, and it was all the way down at 29.6. That triggered my DLL on Tradeify, and then with the slippage, because it was a market order on the DLL, the account that I was up, total profit on the account was 3,800. So I was qualified for a payout. I just needed to make consistency. That account with the trailing drawdown on it, 2,800, sorry, with the trailing drawdown ended up hitting negative 1,890 on the day because of a DLL. So if I'm up on my personal account, let's say 1,800 on the day, with the drawdown that trails up on that 1,800 or total profit for the week, I'm up 10,000 for the last week. That drawdown trails up to 8,000, let's say. I know that's not the case for prop firms, but just as an example, I'm still a crazy amount in profit, but because the drawdown gets hit, I lose the account.
Yeah.
Which is a bit, I was very frustrated with how Friday hit with the daily loss limit and the velocity logic and volatility and everything that was measured.
Yeah, it was a bit of a tough one.
And that was the case with many people that I know, that like they get hit with slippage, their daily loss limit hits, or the trailing intraday,
and then they lose the account,
and then the account's gone.
Yeah.
And this happened to me several times with my funded futures. I've been up 2,000, 2,100, and I lose the account at $0 profit or $10 profit. Like I'm still up on the overall account from where I bought it, but I lose it because of the trailing drawdown. So I think countering the volatility has helped with trading on a personal account, and I can go and trade whatever I want. There's no restriction to size or the daily loss limits or quantity of stocks or consistency rules or how many trades. Is the trade less than 10 seconds? Prop firms are nice, but they really punish you with the rules that they have in place, so they make money, and it makes it more difficult for you to make money.
Oh yeah.
I'm hating on him a little bit right now. Friday was a tough day. I was very,
No,
very
it was tough,
frustrated.
bro. I agree with you. It was. I know a lot of people got stuffed on that. It's frustrating.
Losing an account with balance above zero, that's a piss off, yeah. And a lot of prop firms have moved up. They've moved their daily loss limit up to half the account size. So like Top Step, a 25K account with Top Step, you have a $500 daily loss limit, but your profit target is $2,000 to pass the account. Look at this reversal right now.
I know we're bouncing here, bro.
Close it before I do anything dumb. NQ now in New York VWAP. It's bouncing very aggressively off of it.
That's why I went with the bigger stop on my side, Zinc, just personally, obviously because I can, but that's why I just went with the bigger stop, because if it bounces like it's bouncing now off New York session VWAP, do I really want to be out the trade, you know?
Yeah. And look at the strength that we still have on SPY.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. SPY is still at above 600 still. That hasn't even come down. But we do this live every single day on Edgeful TV. I'll be live with Andre tomorrow. And then I'm still in this trade, so I'll let you know how it goes. Okay. But that's where, again, I've shown you, like, I had my stop loss underneath opening range low. We are bouncing on the 5-minute time frame off of this blue New York session VWAP. The first hour was bullish as well. So I'm playing in the stats. I really actually like this bounce right now, actually, at the moment. Saying so. Yeah, let's see how it plays out. But yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. Zinc, I think that was a good stream, bro. Win or lose?
Yeah, absolutely.
We share it all, right?
Yes.
Good trades.
All right, guys, I'll do it for the stream today.
Yeah. We'll see you guys all on tomorrow. Cheers, guys.
See ya.